My main main goal, I think, today is to at least kind of give you an idea of the difference between the construction stormwater permit expectations and requirements and the 401. Our state water quality standards says that the 401 water quality certification should be issued for any activity, federal activity that doesn't require a federal discharge permit. And even though the construction stormwater has an NPDES permit, it's a general permit. So I don't certify wastewater treatment discharges and those kind of things, but I do certify all the 404, the State Division Water Resource, FERC, Coast Guard, all those kind of things. And I think the history shows that years ago, when they were doing the 5-acre rule for construction stormwater, we had a lot of projects that would go through DWR and the Corps of Engineers and so forth, and 5 acres, a lot of disturbance. Well, these are really associated with a water body of some sort. So we decided then and there that since there wasn't really a requirement anywhere under a 5-acre to have a stormwater pollution prevention plan, we would come up with this alternative, which is a water quality protection plan. The difference between the water quality protection plan and the stormwater pollution prevention plan is, number one, it's not reviewed and approved like a stormwater pollution prevention plan is. It is simply a way for the applicant to communicate to the public and anybody else that they know what they're doing when it comes to protecting the water. We've had occasion to have people complain about construction activities and end up being more of a don't want their diesel engine to start up at 6 o'clock in the morning next to their house because they're working on a stream. So what we've done is we've really tried to promote the ability for them to say, we're doing what we said we were going to do, and if we get a complaint, then KDHE goes out and they say, yep, they're doing what they said they were going to do, and all's good with the world. So so that's kind of if it kind of got a little bit confusing, it's because we're, as a part of KDHE watershed management section, we deal with anything that doesn't have a federal discharge permit requirement. So, but in the same light, we support and strongly encourage people to go to other parts of KDHE for any other permits. We had a couple of times where people got a 401 certification, thought they were covered because it was under KDHE, and that's not the case. It's a completely different program. They actually pay a fee to get a construction stormwater permit. Those are stormwater engineers that review the plans and so forth. And that's all under state law that's been promulgated from the EPA federal rules. So that's one of my main points, is a lot of this is kind of, when I get into my presentation, I talk about the background of non-point source and what non-point source really is and all those kind of things. On the other hand, I also try to explain to them that just because you get a 401 doesn't mean you don't need a construction stormwater permit. It may look a little duplicative, but it's really not, because as soon as it hits the 1 acre threshold, I automatically put in there the construction stormwater permit is required.